Canadian and national anthems.
The anthems at the start of the game.
Okay.
Is it necessary?
Is it necessary?
Should we?
It's a tradition.
It's been, yes. So I did a little bit of research on this. It has been a tradition since I think it's World War II or World War I. One of the two. The reason behind doing the anthem was to boost morale during that time. Obviously, there was a lot of sadness going on, right? People are off in war. So it started at least between 1914 and 1945. With the latest events going on between the United States and Canada, the tariff wars, I guess you can call it, we witnessed this young girl performing the national anthem during the Canucks game, and she received a lot of boos during the American anthem. And I kind of felt really bad for her. And I get that that's part of the industry, but it didn't feel right. You know what I'm saying? When the national anthem comes on, I always stand up and take off my hat, show respect for both. Doesn't matter. But it seems like it's just getting a little out of hand. We witnessed this in the NFL, Colin Kaepernick taking a knee, a lot of other football players taking a knee. That was just the American anthem. So I guess the question comes back full circle, and do we need the anthem?
Well, we don't need it, but it's there and people like it. Right?
But if it's going to start causing people to start booing the anthem, which is showing a lot of disrespect, and I get that people are not happy, but it is disrespectful.
Yeah, and I would say disrespectful is being that isn't very, I don't know, the way I was raised, not very Canadian.
Right. And it was going both ways. So they did a game, I think Montreal was playing in the States. Was it in Boston?
I think so.
I'm not sure where it was.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it was an Eastern team. And the Americans were booing the Canadian anthem.
Yeah.
So it is going both ways.
Well,
yeah, I mean, I think that I really enjoy the national anthem. I always watch it. Like whenever I watch a hockey game, I always make sure that I rewind it to the beginning of the game so that I can see the national anthem. And I don't know, I like it. And I don't know, it makes me, I've got kind of a nice nostalgic feeling from it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it brings me back to, my days playing and, those times where we're at the tournament and everybody's singing the national anthem. It's a good feeling. So is it petty to stop doing it just because there's some differences in the world right now? Because, personally, I don't understand how the leaders in place are the leaders of our country. Whether it's Trump in the south or Trudeau in the north, we're both, I have no idea how these people get away with what they're doing. But I think the anthem goes a little bit beyond that. And in the large part of the picture, I think that most Americans are happy with Canadians. Most Canadians are happy with Americans.
100%. 100%.
So.
It's a morale thing. It's before a game, it's great to hear your anthem. Like before a Canucks game, when I hear the anthem, I still get goosebumps on the back of my neck.
Yeah.
I get pumped about it. I like it.
Yeah, I like it.
So to take it out of the game, no, I think it just takes some self-control. You want to boo someone? Go find something that Trump's doing in Washington or some of the upper states and go there and boo him.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think booing when some up-and-coming star who's young is singing the anthem is the right approach. I think it's more show some class, and just some respect. Yeah, okay, your personal opinion, and maybe 59% of the fans there are not happy with the States and want to boo, or not happy with Canada and want to boo, but I don't think that's the platform to express it.
So then what about moving away from doing both anthems? Maybe when they're playing in Canada, we're singing the Canadian anthem, and when they're in the States, they're singing the American anthem. In reality, how many of the players on the teams are Canadian and
Or any given team.
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, it's not going to happen. Let me tell you that.
Oh,
There's too many Patriots out there, and
For sure.
they'll never allow it. But I hear what you're saying, though,
yeah.
and it sucks that girl got booed because were you there?
No, I just witnessed it on TV.
Oh, okay. That was
And
a little girl.
They talked
It was.
about
She was
that.
young. She was young.
Yeah.
They talked about it. Yeah, there was some scuttlebutt about it after, like how it's disrespectful, and then some players came forward, some people came forward and started talking about, hey guys, tone it down. Like, yeah.
I can see booing someone if they like don't remember your anthem words or whatever, or like the one
100%,
anthem
yeah.
lady that was like completely drunk. Like, okay, I understand that. But like, it's someone singing and they're mess up and they're trying to get it right. Fine, just leave it be. But like, express your own views somewhere else.
I honestly do it. You want to boo? You
No.
boo. That takes balls to do. If you have balls to do that, but I wouldn't appreciate it if it was my country and you're in my hometown. I'm going to have questions for you. I'm going to ask you to be quiet. I mean, the fact that, it started because of the war and, the morale and the morale of the country too, right? Like, not necessarily the soldier over there fighting and all that. Like, it's kind of like, hey man, we're kind of in this together here. So we forget that. And so the anthem is kind of like, you get mad at it. So I don't know. I've been on the ice and I've wept when I've heard it before a game and after a game. So I think it's there. I like it. I think it should stay. And I think people should just shut the fuck up. Like, seriously, right? But like, the freedom of speech thing, like, yeah. And the reason I say that is because the same people that will tell me that, oh no, they shouldn't boo and we're gonna fight. Cool, man. Because like when we go or you hear like the Star Spangled Banner or whatever, where like all the Chiefs yelling out red or whatever when the bombs, right? Like, yeah. So give me a break. Like, you kind of do, like, you're singing you're singing the anthem, but no, you're just screaming when you want to during a song that's playing.
Right.
So this guy's booing or, hissing or something during, I'm not saying doing it during a little girl singing is the best look, but, like, freedom of speech, that's why we got the Second Amendment. Protect the First.
We were watching the San Jose game last week, or the week before, I can't remember, but they played the national anthems on a violin. One guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
Pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Me and Jazz we loved it. We're like, they should do this more often. This is nice.
Yeah.
No words.
Yeah.
It was just one guy and this hollow kind of big room just full of violin, right? Like, wow. It was glorious. Right?
Yeah, he did a really good job. Yeah. A few screw-ups and that was it. It was beautiful.
Yeah. But yeah, it sounds good. Like, when everybody's singing and that, like, it's really good in there.
For
It's
sure.
great. But
Everyone's involved. Everyone's standing because we're patriotic,
And hey,
so is
man,
the Americans.
we haven't been like at war because of people like at our borders in quite a while. So like we haven't really had to have that feeling of like, right?
Yeah.
So yay us, but also, yeah.
Am I mad at Trump? I don't even know. Like, what is he do? Why is he doing what he's doing?
Because he just wants more work to stay inside the U.S.
Right. It's all
He
just,
wants-
it's posturing.
But
Anyway.
he said it was because of the border, and we're not protecting the borders.
Sure, I can understand that argument for sure. But he's also doing it to keep jobs in the U.S., manufacturing in the U.S. Like, there's lots of things he's doing. It's hurting the U.S. too. He's just not, I guess, always fully informed of some of his decisions. But yeah, our borders are stupidly. It's a clearing across the countryside.
So,
Every once in a while, there's a few cameras and heat sensors.
So we got to get Trudeau out and somebody else in to lock up those borders. Because he's not the type of guy that's going to be strongman in the borders.
Unless we're singing one anthem next year.
Oh man. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Nope. I like
Dun, 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 dun.
Who was it?
I'll go for that one. That's fine.
What's that song? All right, I'll bring it up later.
Should we move on?
Yeah.